It's a fascinating process where imagination and scientific understanding come together to bring these ancient creatures to life in a way that feels believable to us. Movie magic at its best.
So the sound of dinosaurs is actually artificial, right?
Exactly. The sounds of dinosaurs in movies are created artificially by skilled sound designers.
Okay, now I want to try to talk with ChatGPT. I don't use a paid version. You can see I use GPT 3.5, not GPT-4. So it is a free version, but we can still talk with ChatGPT. Okay, I want to talk with him several conversation. Okay, I am using a Chrome extension. It is SpeakGPT. You can see the detail in the video description. Okay, let's talk with ChatGPT. Hello, ChatGPT. How are you today?
Hey there. I'm just a bunch of code, so no feelings, but I'm here and ready to chat. What's up?
Okay, so I don't know, yeah. Maybe the voice recognition didn't recognize ChatGPT, so it recognized dirty baby. Okay, sorry, yeah. Okay, today I want to talk with you about movies. Okay.
Absolutely, I'm all ears. Movies are awesome. What do you want to talk about? Your favorite genre, recent releases, or something else?
Okay, my favorite movie, one of it is Jurassic Park.
Great choice. Jurassic Park is a classic, filled with excitement and dinosaurs. What do you love most about it? The adventure, the suspense, or maybe the awesome CGI dinosaurs?
Okay, that is correct. The CGI is pretty impressive. I like the animation where the Tyrannosaurus Rex out of his cage.
Oh, that scene is definitely iconic. The T-Rex breaking free and wreaking havoc is such a thrilling moment. The CGI really brought those dinosaurs to life in a way that captured the imagination of audiences. Do you enjoy other movies with impressive CGI as well?
Yes, and I just curious, is it purely?
It seems like your message got cut off. Is there something
Yeah.
specific you're curious about related to Jurassic Park or CGI in movies? Feel free to ask, I'm here to chat.
Yes, my message was cut, and I want to talk with you about the CGI. Is it a full CGI in the movie or it is half CGI?
Got it. In Jurassic Park, the dinosaurs are a mix of practical effects and CGI. The filmmakers used a combination of animatronics and computer-generated imagery to bring the dinosaurs to life. This blend of techniques helped create a more realistic and immersive experience for the viewers. It's amazing how they managed to seamlessly blend the practical effects with CGI, isn't it?
Yes, of course. And I just curious also about the voice of the dinosaur because modern human never hear the sound of dinosaurs. How they create the sound of dinosaurs? Is it correct?
Absolutely. You're correct, since we don't know exactly what dinosaurs sounded like, sound designers and scientists have to get creative. They often use a mix of animal sounds and other sources to create unique dinosaur roars and calls. It's a fascinating process where imagination and scientific understanding come together to bring these ancient creatures to life in a way that feels believable to us. Movie magic at its best.
So the sound of dinosaurs is actually artificial, right?
Exactly. The sounds of dinosaurs in movies are created artificially by skilled sound designers. They use a variety of techniques, combining animal noises, special effects, and creative editing to produce the iconic roars and calls we associate with dinosaurs. It's all part of the movie magic that makes the dinosaur scenes so thrilling and memorable.
Is there specific career related to the sound of the movies?
Absolutely. It's a crucial part of filmmaking that adds depth and emotion to the storytelling.
Okay. Thank you for your explanation.
You're welcome. If you ever have more questions or just want to chat, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Okay, let's jump to another topic, okay?
Absolutely, I'm ready when you are. What topic are you interested in discussing next?
Okay, how about food?
Yum, food is always a great topic. What aspect of food are you curious about? Cooking, favorite cuisines, or maybe you need some recipe ideas? Let's dig in.
I want to test you. Do you know some popular food in Indonesia?
Oh, absolutely. Indonesian cuisine is incredibly diverse and flavorful. Some popular dishes include nasi goreng, fried rice, satay, grilled skewers usually served with peanut sauce, nasi padang, a variety of dishes served with steamed rice, rendang, a rich and tender coconut beef stew, and nasi uduk, coconut rice served with various side dishes. The combination of spices and unique cooking techniques makes Indonesian food a delight for the taste buds. Ever tried any of these dishes?
Nasi goreng. Talking about nasi goreng, where this nasi goreng originally come from?
Indonesian cuisine has a rich heritage that reflects the country's diverse cultures and regions. It's primarily rooted in the indigenous traditions of various Indonesian ethnic groups, but it has also been influenced by Chinese, Indian, Dutch, and Arab cultures due to historical trade and colonialism. Each region in Indonesia has its own specialties and unique flavors, making the cuisine incredibly varied and interesting. Have you ever tried Indonesian food?
Yes, of course, because I am Indonesian. I eat Indonesian food.
That's fantastic. You must enjoy the incredible flavors and variety of dishes that Indonesian cuisine has to offer. Do you have a favorite Indonesian dish? Or is there a particular meal that you enjoy preparing or eating? I'd love to hear more about your experiences with Indonesian food.
Yeah, I like nasi goreng kambing. It is nasi goreng with lamb. Do you know lamb?
Yes, lamb is delicious. Combining it with nasi goreng sounds like a flavorful treat. The tenderness of lamb adds a unique taste to the dish. Nasi goreng with lamb must be a hearty and satisfying meal. Do you enjoy cooking it yourself, or do you usually have it at restaurants?
Okay, so stop talking about food. We will talk about Indonesian history, okay?
Sure, Indonesian history is fascinating. From ancient civilizations to colonial periods and modern times, there's so much to explore. What specific aspect of Indonesian history are you interested in discussing? Let's dive in.
So, I want to know more about colonial period in Indonesia, when it start and when it finish.
Indonesia's colonial period began in the early 17th century when the Dutch East India Company (VOC) established trading posts in the region. However, the formal colonization of Indonesia started in the 19th century, with the Dutch gradually extending their control over various parts of the archipelago. The colonial period officially ended after World War II when Indonesia declared independence on August 17, 1945. Following a period of armed conflict and negotiations, the Netherlands recognized Indonesia's independence in 1949. This marked the end of Dutch colonial rule in Indonesia, allowing the country to begin its journey as a sovereign nation. It's a significant chapter in Indonesian history that shaped the nation's identity and development. Is there a specific event or aspect of the colonial period you're curious about?
Yeah, before 1945, what kind of government in Indonesia?
Before 1945, Indonesia was under Dutch colonial rule. The Dutch East Indies, as it was known, was governed by the Dutch colonial administration. The Dutch East Indies was a vast colony comprising various ethnic groups, cultures, and regions across the Indonesian archipelago. The Dutch implemented a hierarchical system of governance, with local leaders cooperating with the colonial authorities. However, this period was marked by exploitation, social inequality, and restrictions on the rights of the indigenous population. It wasn't until after World War II and the Japanese occupation of Indonesia, 1942 to 1945, that the independence movement gained significant momentum, leading to the declaration of Indonesian independence on August 17, 1945. This declaration marked the beginning of Indonesia's fight for independence from Dutch colonial rule. The period following the declaration was characterized by intense negotiations and armed conflicts before Indonesia officially gained recognition as an independent nation in 1949.
Okay, so what are area governed by Dutch at that time? Kayaknya nggak ngerti nih. Dia ngerti tuh.
I assume you meant to ask about the areas governed by the Dutch during the colonial period in Indonesia.
Yes, correct.
The Dutch East Indies, which was the colonial territory of the Netherlands in Southeast Asia, included various regions in the Indonesian archipelago. This vast territory comprised modern-day Indonesia, including major islands such as Java, Sumatra, Bali, parts of Borneo, Sulawesi, the Maluku Islands, and West Papua. These areas were under Dutch colonial rule until Indonesia gained independence in 1949. It was a diverse and complex colonial territory with different cultures, languages, and traditions.
Okay, so when was Indonesia area defined?
It seems like there might be a slight confusion in your question. If you meant to ask about the definition of Indonesia or its creation as a nation, Indonesia officially became a nation on August 17, 1945, when it declared its independence from Dutch colonial rule. The term Indonesia itself was coined during the early 20th century and was formally adopted as the country's name after independence. If you had a different question in mind or if there's a specific aspect you'd like to know more about, feel free to clarify.
Okay, I just curious, when Sulawesi defined as part of Indonesia?
I'm not quite sure I understand your question. If you're asking about specific regions or territories becoming part of Indonesia, the country's borders were established after gaining independence in 1949. If you're referring to a specific region or event, could you please provide more context or clarify your question? I'm here to help with any information you need.
Yeah, I mean like Bali, when was it defined as a part of Indonesia?
Bali officially became part of Indonesia on August 17, 1950. After Indonesia declared independence in 1945, there were negotiations and diplomatic efforts to integrate various regions and islands, including Bali, into the newly formed republic. Bali, with its unique culture and traditions, became an integral part of the Indonesian nation, contributing significantly to Indonesia's diverse cultural heritage. If you have more questions or if there's anything specific you'd like to know about Bali or Indonesian history, feel free to ask.
Okay, so at that time, August 17, 1945, what areas Indonesia are contained?
When Indonesia declared independence on August 17, 1945, the territories that were included in the newly formed republic were primarily Java, Sumatra, and Madura. These regions were the initial core areas of the newly established Republic of Indonesia. Over the following years, diplomatic efforts, negotiations, and sometimes armed conflicts took place to integrate other territories and islands into the Indonesian nation, eventually leading to the formation of the modern-day Indonesia, which includes thousands of islands and a diverse range of cultures. It was a complex and multifaceted process that shaped the country's boundaries and identity. If you have more specific questions or if there's anything else you'd like to know, feel free to ask.
Can you tell me what was conflict?
Certainly. This period, often referred to as the Indonesian National Revolution, 1945 to 1949, was marked by armed conflicts, guerrilla warfare, and diplomatic negotiations. Indonesian nationalists, led by figures like Sukarno and Muhammad Hatta, fought for independence against Dutch colonial forces. The conflict involved battles, protests, and negotiations, ultimately leading to the recognition of Indonesian independence by the Dutch in 1949. Throughout this revolution, there were also internal conflicts and power struggles among different Indonesian nationalist groups, which added complexity to the situation. This struggle for independence is a crucial part of Indonesian history, shaping the nation's identity and the way it emerged as a unified and independent country. If you have a specific aspect of this conflict in mind or if there's something else you'd like to know, feel free to ask.
Okay, when Timor-Leste became a part of Indonesia at that time?
I'm not entirely clear on your question. If you're referring to specific regions or territories becoming part of Indonesia, it might be helpful if you could provide more context or specify which areas you're interested in. Indonesia's history is complex, with various regions joining the nation at different points in time. Feel free to provide more details so I can assist you better.
Okay, I think it is enough for today.
Absolutely, no problem at all. Whenever you're ready to talk again or if you have more questions in the future, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a fantastic day too. If you ever need to chat or have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Take care.
Okay, that's all the conversation between me and ChatGPT, and so you can also doing the same like I did using SpeakGPT. If you want to install, you can see my another video showing how to install and configure this SpeakGPT. Okay, I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching. Good day and have a great day. Thank you.